Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. I hope you guys had a great day today. The markets were looking good, but I'm going to talk about something else today. Guys, we sure did dodge a bullet. Today I want to bring you the story of Graphite Bio as a cautionary tale about the risks in our area of investment and why the share prices are sluggish apart from the overall market conditions when it comes to our genomic watch list. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. When I was building our watch list of genomic companies almost a year ago, I was guided by the big names, and then as my capital got locked up, I started looking at less expensive names that could be used for swing trading with little capital. I think I was fortunate that I did not pick up Graphite Bio as one of our target companies to watch. This company seems to be akin to a fleeting comet, founded in 2020 in San Francisco by Daniel Dever, Maria Garcia, Ron Carlo, and Matthew Porteous as a gene editing company harnessing high-efficiency targeted gene integration to develop a new class of therapies for life-threatening illnesses. They raised $196 million through 14 investors in Series B funding as late as March 15, 2021. Then, around June 25, 2021, Graphite Bio made its initial public offering of 12.5 million shares, and they priced it at 17.5 per share for total proceeds of around 238 million. On debut, the shares were creating a lot of excitement, and the share price soared to $22.10. Subsequently, the share touched an all-time high of $34 on 30th of June 2021. That's around within 5 days of IPO. And then the shares started falling. They fell steadily and fell below issue price on the 20th of August 2021. The fall was broken in December 2021, a few weeks after they announced enrolling first patient in phase 1 clinical trial of their GPH101 therapy, which was targeted to treat sickle cell disease. But shortly thereafter, towards the end of January 2022, the share prices started sliding again. By March 2022, they reported Q4 2021 loss of 35 cents per share. They got a respite around mid-June 2022 when BMO Capital started coverage with an outperform rating and a price target of $12 when the share was trading at $2.50. Please, friends, remember this. BMO Capital started coverage with an outperform rating and a price target of $12 for Graphite Bio when the share was trading at $2.50. Then in August 2022, they dosed the first patient of GPH101, and just 3 months later, on January 5, they announced that they have paused the SCD study of GPH101. Immediately, the share price promptly started dropping. The very next day, it dropped from $3 to $1.9, and February saw them announcing that they are slashing 50% of their workforce, and they also announced that they are exploring strategic alternatives. Strategic alternative basically means somebody taking them over or selling all their assets or something of that sort. On cue, downgrades followed from various analysts and various organizations. Let's take a quick look at their pipeline before we draw conclusions. Well, friends, here we are in the website of Graphite Bio. Cure, our vision is simple, a future where the word incurable no longer exists. So let us go into the pipeline. And here we are in the pipeline page. So this is the therapy that was put on hold. That is sickle cell disease therapy. And then they have GPH102 for beta thalassemia. It has not even crossed IND enabling. And then they have alpha-1 for antitrypsin. And that again is in the discovery or validation stage, along with another undisclosed conditioning regimen. So it all seems like boilerplate, the kind of thing that a genomic company would do if it was doing any kind of genomic therapy where they have to impart some stem cells or anything. So they have a conditioning regimen. They have a sickle cell disease and a beta thalassemia. So it seems like any other genomic company. But they have had problems, and they put this therapy voluntarily on hold because one of their patients was having prolonged period of low blood cell count. And after that, I think it was all downhill because the share price fell and they let go of half of their staff. And when they did let go of half of their staff, it kind of increased the share price a little bit because then it adds to the bottom line. Here is the Graphite Bio price chart. Each of the candle is a one-day candle, and the candles are all very small because of the low price of the share. But if you can see here, this was the launch somewhere around 25th of June 2021. And then this was the peak somewhere around 30th of June 2021 at $34.06. And then it has been a steady fall. And this is around 30th of November 2021 when the turnaround took place. And then it has been falling. And now this is where they announced that they are going to let go of 50% of their staff. So that saw a little bit of improvement in their stock price, and now it has started falling back down again. And so that's the story of Graphite Bio. Well, you would say, Raj, what's the moral of the story? Why are you showing us this Graphite Bio? So basically, the reason why I'm showing this to you is because when it comes to startup genomic companies, the hype is often stronger than the facts, and information is not available even to big analysts or else. What can explain BMO Capital signaling an outperform rating with a price target of $12 when the share was quoting at $2.50, and only 3 months later the SCD therapy was paused and the share lost 45% of its value? I must confess, if I had picked up Graphite Bio in our watch list when I was creating the watch list, I would not have been aware of when their sickle cell therapy would have been put on hold. Of course, it was a voluntary hold. It was not something from the FDA. I might have even bought their shares. The news of downsizing has given a temporary boost to the share price, as you saw there, and it is quoting at around 2.5. But anybody who doesn't know the background and looks at the share price, just at the share prices, they may think that, yeah, there is a lot of potential for this company to, the share price to go up, and they may end up losing money because the only direction I think the price is going now is down. And sickle cell disease, this is the second message that I wanted to communicate. Sickle cell disease is not a straightforward therapy when it comes to using a gene therapy approach. And similar risks remain on other companies attempting sickle cell disease gene therapy. Fulcrum's SCD therapy is on hold. That's another company which is trying to do gene therapy for sickle cell disease. And Novartis ended their sickle cell disease program with Intelia recently. So we have to wait with bated breath to see Exaccel get approved. It's not going to be a slam dunk. And I think CRISPR has done its homework, and with the ViaCyte and Vertex together, I think they are onto something good. I'm still very hopeful that it's going to come through. But just wanted to caution you all that on paper and with a website and everything, all companies look great. Unless we get real information, unless the analysts get real information. So whoever in BMO Capital set a target of $12 and put outperform for this company, I wonder how they are feeling, because I know for sure when I say something and something else happens, I feel really, really bad about it for months on end. And I'm sure that most of you have made wrong calls. And especially when I'm running a YouTube channel where I'm talking to you, I want to be very, very careful about what I say. And unless I'm absolutely sure of something, I try not to talk about it. And the things that I'm sure about are technicals. Basically, if you have a cup and handle pattern and there's a price target, I would say let's follow that. Right now, there is one on target for Apple. It's still going on. So I'm still hopeful of that. So there are small things like that. But I will always have a caveat that, fundamentals will trump technicals. So the fact is that anybody on internet or anywhere, if they say that they know what's going to happen, believe me, they really don't. They just have high level of conviction, and that can always go wrong. Nobody knows what will happen in the market going forward, and this is all the more important for all of us to remember, because right now there is this banking crisis, and we have got the Ukraine war going on, then the interest rate hike is there, Credit Suisse has been taken over by UBS, and now UBS shares are falling. So a whole lot of turmoil is taking place. Trust your own senses, and when you're not sure, don't take any action that is going to create problems for you. Try to talk to your financial advisor or someone you trust who can guide you and show you all the possible options, because right now the way it seems to me, as I mentioned in my earlier video, there is no safe place in the market. There is no safe place to park anything except probably bonds And the bonds are a safe place because the only way the interest can move is go down. So if anyone buys a bond at this point of time, the yield is very high, and therefore as interest rates go down, the price of these bonds will start going up. So not only do you get high interest rate, but you have a capital gain also, which you can use to capitalize on right away, or you can decide to hold it for a longer period of time. The longer you hold and the closer it gets to maturity, the capital gains will start diminishing. So that's the dynamic. And on my part, in my investments in India, I have mutual fund investments in India in which I have focused on bonds, bond mutual funds, because they would have the new bonds at this point of time. And if they have the older bonds, it's already devalued. So I have opted to do a little bit of that out there. But in the North America, I don't have any bonds or anything, but that's one idea I think is potentially the safe place. The other safe place would be gold. So those are two safe havens I can see. Apart from that, I don't see much safety anywhere. So with that said, my friends, I would like to bring this video to an end. I hope you liked this video. And if you have ideas for any other topics, please put it in the comments below and I'll definitely give it a thought. And if it sounds good, I'll maybe make a video on that. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now. And if you like this video, please do not forget to put a like out there. It helps the algorithms. Take care.